Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, we're just going to go through examples of condensing and expanding logarithms. And this is kind of like a continuation. If you're in my class, this is a continuation from our lesson that we're going to be doing. I do have my previous notes that we've done. So I have my golden rule. This is the rule that we're going to be referring as the golden rule. It is not the official name. That's just what I like to call it. We're going to be looking at, what other things? We're going to be looking at identities. Again, these identities, they come from the golden rule. We're also going to be looking at product property. Where's product? There it is. Product property, quotient property, power property. So if you don't have your notes app, go ahead and take your notes app because we're going to be referring to them quite often or just using the properties. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Yes, this starts with number 5 because we will be doing 1 through 4 in class. So let's just jump in. As always, if I make a mistake, I am human. Just let me know where the mistake occurs so that way I may learn from it. All right, for this question here, it is asking us to, let's make sure that I know to read my directions. If you learn anything in my class, that is to read the directions. And in this case, it is asking us to condense. That means we are going from expanded to a condensed form. Whenever you see a divided by a number like this is the same thing as saying multiplying by 1/3. So I'm going to rewrite this. I have 3 times log base 7 of z plus 1/3 log base 7 of x. After rewriting the division as a multiplication, we're going to identify if this is a quotient property, power, kind of like what's happening. Well, I do see that I have the same base, which is super duper important. We need to have the same base in order for us to apply these properties. Next thing I notice is that I have 2 different things. I have the 3 being multiplied by my first log, and then a 1/3 being multiplied by my secondary log. What that means is that we're going to use the power property to undo that expansion, because what is our goal? Our goal is to condense. So I have here, I'm going to bring this back out. Any number that is in front of a log being multiplied, that means it was originally an exponent. So I have here log base 7 of z cubed, and then I have plus log base 7 of x to the 1/3 power. Now that we are here, we can then use the product property to determine what the condensed form is. So again, because it has an addition sign between my 2 logarithms, that means we're going to use our our product property to combine these. So I have a log base 7 of z cubed to the x to the 1/3 power. Now, here is where you need to recall information from a previous semester. A rational exponent, a fractional exponent, that needs to be converted to my cube root. And if you don't recall how to do that change from a fractional exponent to the radical here, there should be a video on my site. And that's pretty much it. You have condensed the expression. And that's going to be your final answer. All right, let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to try to do these a little bit more quickly to get through as many examples as I possibly can. And this one, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a longer one. That's okay. Again, the first thing I see is I have this divided by 2. All of these are divided by 2, so I'm going to rewrite this as multiplying by 1/2. It looks like my base is 9 here. Oops, almost forgot that 1/2 there. Undo any numbers that are in front of your log. Bring them back where they came from, and they came from being an exponent. Okay. Now that we are here, go ahead and start combining. So in our previous lesson, we were doing 2 at a time, so you're going to continue doing 2 at a time. If you have exponents that are the same, group them, because then you can simplify it further. So I'm going to choose to group these two together first. So I'm going to have log base 9 of b to the 1/3 power times, what is this, 6? Oh, that's a c. I don't know why I put a 6 there. That should be a c. C. That should be a c. Times c to the 1/2 power. This is what I mean we get to simplify further. This is log base 9 of b times c, and both of them are being raised to the 1/2 power. Now we still have these two here that we need to deal with. You can continue by condensing these two. I'm going to choose to condense these two. Log base 9 of d times a to the 1/2 power. Then I'm going to condense these two. And that is log base 9 of d times a to the 1/2 times b times c to the 1/2. Now you can do this a different way, is just group all of these together and then simplify. I think I'll do that in the third example that we're going to do. We do need to simplify this. Again, a is to the 1/2 power, b is to the 1/2 power, c is to the 1/2 power, so we're going to group all of them together. I am running out of room here, but that's okay. And for our final answer, again, we have an exponent of 1/2. So we need to rewrite that as a square root. So I have log base 9 of d times the square root of a, b, c. And that's going to be your final answer. All right, let's move on. Let's do one more condensing and then we'll move on to expanding. We have log base 4 of 7 plus log base 4 of 5 plus 1/3 log base 4 of 12 plus 1/3 log base 4 of 11. And I am noticing all three examples only have addition, that these questions were just computer generated. So make sure that you know the difference between addition and subtraction. All right, let's bring those 1/3 back where they came from as exponents. So log base 4 of 7 plus log base 4 of 5 plus log base 4 of 12 to the 1/3 power plus log base 4 of 11 to the 1/3 power. Let's start combining these. I have log base 4 of 7 times 5. Now, again, because these are all addition, you can automatically jump to adding all of the a, here's my little bunny ears, a values if you wish to. Here we are. So this is what I was referring to. You can choose to skip this step and go immediately from here to here. You can choose to do that. So I have log base 4 of 35 times, again, 12 and 11, both are being raised to the 1/3 power. And again, if you're in my class, you know that multiplication is king, so the only reason we can do this is because of multiplication, which means that my final answer is log base 4 of 35 times the cube root of 12 times 11, and 12 times 11 is 132. Let me highlight that since we're highlighting our final answers. All right, let's go ahead and continue with now condensing, giving an expand, not condensing. We want to expand. Where is it? There it is. All right, so now they've given us a condensed version and we want to expand. First thing you need to notice is the exponent right here. You may choose to do this two different ways. I'm going to choose to remove that exponent first. And again, what's happening? We are multiplying by the entire thing, and I'm doing this for a reason. So we're bringing out that 5, but we still have all of this on the inside. And again, when we bring out that 5, bring down that 5, that is multiplication. So now that we are here, we can apply the quotient property. So I still have my 5 on the outside. So I have log base 6 of x squared, numerator is always first, minus, because this is division, log base 6 of y times z. This is still not done because I have an exponent here and I have multiplication. So let's deal with the exponent and let's deal with this multiplication. Again, what is our task? Our task to expand and make it look like more complicated. So I still have my 5 on the outside. I have 2 times my log base 6 of x minus, and now here we need to undo that. So now I have log base 6 of y plus log base 6 of z. We still have that minus, so we dealt with this, we have our minus, and now we dealt with our log base 6 of y times z. And all of that is still on the inside with the 5 on the outside. So let's go ahead and kind of, not necessarily uncomplicate it, because the whole thing of expanding is to make it a little bit more complicated. And so let's see what this will be. Let's go ahead and multiply this out. Let's simplify first. So we have 5 times 2 times the log base 6 of x minus log base 6 of y minus log base 6 of z. Now, why do we automatically have these minuses? Well, that's because you have to distribute. Just like we do with numbers, you have to distribute that negative to both terms, because log base 6 of y times z is a minus here. Therefore, when we expand it, it is a minus on the outside as well. Now we have to deal with this 5. We're going to distribute that 5 to all terms. Terms are separated by a plus or a minus. So I have 10 log base 6 of x minus 5 log base 6 of y minus 5 log base 6 of z. And this is going to be your final answer for your expansion. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next one we have, again, exponent. I'm going to move that forward. So I have 2 times the log, forgot it, log base 8 of xy cubed times z. Always remember your brackets, so that way you know that everything's being multiplied by that exponent, in this case 2. So let's keep expanding. So I have 2 on the outside. This here I have multiplication. Now it is your choice if you want to do this like separate. I know I'm going to have 3 multiplications. I have x, I have y cubed, excuse me, not cubed, yeah, y cubed, and z. So I'm going to split that up all in one step. So I know I'm going to have addition because I have multiplication. Okay, now that I have here, I still have an exponent on my y, so I need to bring that forward. Once there is nothing else for you to kind of simplify or expand on the inside of your brackets, you're going to distribute that 2 for your final answer of 2 log base 8 of x plus 6 log base 8 of y plus 2 log base 8 of z. All right, beautiful people, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!